Hey, good morning, Flower. Mr. Walker here with your morning announcements for Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. Let's go ahead and stand for our morning announcements, beginning first with our pledge. We're standing and our right hands over our hearts, and we are ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Flower, you may go ahead and be seated. Wow, what a first day it was. We were working through math and we were working through those grid in responses. Once again, a huge shout out to Ms. Campoa for putting together that tutorial video. Please make sure that you review that video as much as possible to get those grid in responses correct. Right, so today, Flower, it's now time to move on to reading. It's a new day. It's a new opportunity for you to show what you know. We are going to be diving into vocabulary. So every student in grades 3 through 8 right now has a question of the day in front of them and is centered around vocabulary, using context clues, using tone within the text to figure out what that word means in the sentence. It is up to you right now to practice some best strategies for taking a test. We need to eliminate answer choices. We need to slash the trash. But remember, when you take the AASA, you cannot mark the bubbles. So right now we're going to have to mentally do a process of elimination of our answer choices. All right, so right now you have a multiple choice question in front of you. Now multiple choice question has 4 different choices for you to select from. Now it's up to you to choose the best response, the most accurate response. Usually when test makers create tests, they put a couple things in our way to serve as distractions. Now there's going to be one response there that's an obvious no. We can eliminate that one. But there's going to be 1 or 2 others that serve as distractors. Now, those distractors might seem like they're correct. They might seem like they make sense, that they're plausible, sensible. They fill in the blank. However, there is one choice that reigns supreme amongst all 4 of those responses, and you need to figure out the best one. So please make sure that you're reading the question carefully to figure out what it's asking you. Make sure that you are marking up the question. So with our AASA question of the day yesterday, there were many things that we did well. There were some things we have to work on. Some things we did well. We did a great job in majority of us showing our work. Please make sure that you show your work like the student I'm about to show you right now. Please make sure that you do that because showing your work is going to help you process your thinking. It's going to put your thoughts down on paper so that you can track. And maybe you make a mistake, but you're able to trace your mistake a lot easier once you see it written down on paper. So please show your work. Now, I've picked out 3 students at random. We do have to review that video again from Ms. Campoa. You need to make sure that you know how to fill in the grit response. That grit response is something that will make or break an exam. What I mean by that is that you can get the answer correct. However, you can fill in the grit response the wrong way. So we need to do a better job of reviewing that video and making sure that we're following Ms. Campoa's directions. Now, Mr. Walker graded all of your responses, and I then picked 3 winners at random. Now, out of the 3 winners at random that I picked, I did have to double check if they were correct responses, and I did have to double check to see if you have shown work. So when the time is right, I am going to need for this afternoon, if your name is called, I am going to ask your teacher to send you to my office and you will be able to pick out a prize. So we have our first winner from CSU. We have Joanna Leon. Congratulations, Joanna. We have Daniel Soto from CSU as well. We've got 2 8th grades back to back. Nice job, 8th grade. And then we also have Abelin Overa from SCSU. Congratulations, 3rd grade, Abelin Overa. So yesterday, remember, we narrowed it down from our Sweet 16 down to our Elite 8 in our I Ready March Madness Challenge. We're tracking to see how many lessons that you've passed. We're tracking to see the progress you're making. We are tracking your data. Now, again, if you were knocked out of the competition, if you are not in that final 8, you still have a way to contribute. Your participation in iReady lessons are going to contribute towards your grade level in the Elite 8. So please make sure that you continue to do your absolute best in those iReady lessons because your grade level counts on you. Now, of course, if you're still in the competition, if you are in that Elite 8, your job is to continue to do what you are doing so you can make it to the Final 4. Remember, spring break is right around the corner, so let's make sure that we're closing out the quarter strong. It is going to be the end of quarter 3 in just a little bit. So please make sure in the next few days that you get all of your work turned in. You're missing anything? Please make sure it gets turned in. Let's stay on top of our attendance. Let's stay on top of being on time to class all day, every day. Today, we also have our second lockdown drill of the year. Now, a lockdown drill might seem scary, but please make sure that you listen very carefully. We live in a day and age, we live in a world where crisis situations can happen. And as a campus, we need to make sure that you are safe and that you are prepared to respond to any emergency. So today, at 1:30 p.m., lights are going to go out in classrooms. We are going to close our doors. We're going to lock our doors. We're going to close the gates to the campus. We're going to close the doors outside to lead into the campus. We are going to not invite any visitors, any families into our building for a few moments, and we are going to be silent on level 0. We need to do this because we need to practice if one day there is an emergency. We hope that doesn't happen, but we need to be prepared just in case something ever does happen. Now, again, Mr. Walker is not trying to scare you all. It is just necessary for us to prepare. So this should only take a few minutes this afternoon. The faster we get it done, the faster we get it out of the way. Let's go ahead and prioritize our safety today, Flower. I am looking forward to reporting a successful drill.
We want to pause, take a look at women's history that has shaped our world and society as we know it, women's history that influences our past, present, and ultimately impacts our future. Today, we want to celebrate International Women's Day. International Women's Day established to reinforce the same ideas as Women's History Month, to recognize, celebrate, and push our society to make that change, to look at the world differently, and to make sure that we are going to have gender equity and eliminating bias throughout our world and society as we know it for a brighter future. Please remember yesterday's challenge to go and celebrate by thanking a woman who's had a significant impact in your life. This could be a staff member at our school. This could be a parent or guardian. This could be a sibling, a relative. It can be your doctor, your dentist, your babysitter, whomever is an important woman in your life. Please make sure that you show thanks.
All right, Flower, let's go ahead and make it a great Tuesday. The choice is always yours. Bye-bye.